And that person is Dietrich Bonhoeffer. So Dietrich Bonhoeffer was a German pastor and theologian. He's written many books. The one I would recommend is The Cost of Discipleship. It's not too long. It's a pretty good one. And Bonhoeffer was a theologian, and he was in Germany in the 30s. He had seen what was going on in Germany, and it certainly concerned him, because he saw what the German government and society was doing about people who were not like him. People who were Jewish, people who maybe had different skin color, who had maybe different ideas of sexuality. The German people, and especially the German government, were pointing to them as the ones that were the cause of all the problems. So if we can get rid of them, then our problems are over. And Bonhoeffer also saw the church as saying, well, that's the government. We'll just leave them be. We'll just go on, pretend nothing's happening. And Bonhoeffer actually started a church in dissent. A church and seminaries that were in opposition to what was going on. So he had this going. But then he was invited to come to the United States, to Union Seminary in New York, 1939. And he decided to come, spend some time in Harlem, learned about some peace things, but then his conscience got the best of him. Or made him the best. I don't know. Because his conscience said, I can't be here in the United States when my country is going through so much pain and suffering. I need to go back and do what I can. And he went back and did that. That was his choice. He could have stayed at Union. He could have stayed in the United States. But he chose to go back to Germany. And his opposition to Hitler and what was going on ultimately cost him his life. He was killed in a prison camp, I think about 4 days before the Allies released all the prisoners. So that was a big choice to make for Bonhoeffer. And he made that choice, and it cost him his life. Now, we have choices to follow Jesus as well. None of them, I hope, are anywhere near the choices that either Bonhoeffer or Navalny have to make. But there are times in our life where we feel convicted, where we feel the Holy Spirit working through our eyes or our ears or our heart or our soul. And we feel convicted to change our ways, to do something about it, to change what we're doing. We are convicted to follow Jesus more closely, to follow Jesus again, to come back from that path. And those are choices that we need to make.